Amiel 15 fight flight 15 fight part 5. She was back in GeoCity Prime and back in her abode and on her PC, and her brother Daniel was around, poking his head in, and looked at her on the PC and said, "Are you going to let me type something in? I want to make a record." And she said, "What do you want to make a record of, Daniel?" The observations I've made from your human experience," is what Daniel commented to her. And she thought that was interesting, from her human experience. For it wasn't much of a human life she felt in many ways to Daniel 15 Fight. But he'd noticed things, and she was thinking that, well, obviously he's noticed there was something called change in me. She glanced towards the pinnacle and felt there's a point, I suppose, ultimately, to what that was all about. I suppose there's a point. "What changes do you see, Smarty Pants?" she said to him. Um, yeah. "You seem to have a point now." She looked at him fondly. "What do you mean by that?" "You seem to have a point to what life is about now. Some of the things you've said over the last bit, I've noticed you have a point now." "What do you mean by that?" She said, "I've always had a point." "What's being your point then?" "I don't know. I mean, you sort of well, you go on with what we do. That's about all you've really had, isn't it?" That's all Daniel said. "Oh, well, we got a way about us, I guess. We just follow the way. That's what we do, I suppose." "You have a bit more of a point now." "What's my point?" "You've talked a lot about the things you collected in life, because you collected a bit of stuff. You obtained a few pastimes which you didn't normally do before, and this and that thing you go on about and connect to and interact with. And you've sort of been saying that, these are things which sort of you do in life, I guess, and it gives it a bit of interest." "You said it was bland," said Daniel Taymor. She says it was very bland at times. "It was interesting. It was a bit of a struggle, and it was just didn't work out the way I suppose I probably should have wanted to do, but I'm not sure if I really cared. But I guess I found things to do in it. That's something it did have. I did have enough things to do. And, that's She came to herself and looked at Dangle. "Yeah, it gave me a bit more of a point to it all, something which life can be made useful with. You just go on with a general run of things I suppose, is my point. But then with a general run of things, you can find something to colour it up, I suppose." "Yeah, that's what you've got a bit more of," Dangle said to her. "Now let me use your PC, because I want to write down a record, and some of the records that Amiel now has a bit more of a point." She smiled and went to the fridge and grabbed a can of soft drink, poked her head in as Dangle typed away, and thought, "That's life, isn't it?"